Greetings, welcome to another Alpha Magnus review. Today we've got a Power Ranger. Trying to finish up the last few of these Lightning Collection Power Rangers that I need. So every time that I pre-order something on Hasbro Pulse now, I am just adding one of these guys to the list and sending it. This one's the one that's hardest to find right now, so I wanted to make sure I got it. It is, I think, the only Turbo Ranger that we've gotten in the line. Kind of weird that Turbo was like... I mean, I get some people don't like Turbo, but it had a movie. Like, pretty sure enough people do like it. Yeah. Let's get this guy out. Now, this was shipped to me from Hasbro Pulse, so I'm not worried about it being swapped or anything like that. This Power Rangers series got swapped a lot because people were like, I don't want to pay for that. I'll just steal it. So if I did get one here, that would be weird because I don't think too many people return stuff to Hasbro Pulse. Not that packaging is a thing I show often, but this does show you what comes in it, so that is a little bit nice. It does make it so that when you get this guy open, you don't have to worry about missing parts, etc. Here we go. Kind of bummed about the whole Lightning Collection thing kind of fizzling out, but I really feel like they need to reinvigorate the brand. I had a great idea for it. Instead, they just wasted that on there. I personally feel like Hasbro should double down on it and really make an integrated Hasbro Power Rangers, because what they did was they just kept making more Saban Power Rangers. Like, they didn't really change anything. Disney changed a little bit and made theirs feel a little different. But yes, then Saban 2 came around, and it is what it is. But then Hasbro bought them, and they kind of just did the same thing again. It's like, what are you going to sell it back to Saban? He makes a bunch of money and then sells it to, I don't know, Mattel or DC or somebody. It doesn't make sense. Stick with it, guys. We'll go into that a bit later in my little review. So we got TJ Johnson. I don't recall them putting the names on them before, but yeah. So what else is cool is you can swap this out for, I think he was the blue in space as well. I think I have that already, but if you like one of the head sculpts better, you can do that. Pretty standard fare when it comes to Power Rangers Lightning Collection here. This is weird, though. He feels a lot better than a lot of the other ones. A lot of the other ones that I felt have been really gummy. He does have the, what is that? Butterfly joint. It is a little weird, but it is better. All right. So let's see what we got. We got his pistola here, his driving gun thing. I don't remember a lot from this this era. You can pop the head off, which is usually what I do. I don't usually have the characters like that, unless I find like street clothes figure I want to put on them. There we go. He does have his sword here. And then another sword. I don't remember the significance. This is, of course, bent. Why wouldn't it be? You do get an additional fist and an additional gun hand. So we're going to swap that out. Right here. Cool. And there we go. We got ourselves a Lightning Collection figure now. So my idea for revitalizing Hasbro, and at this point, I'm just kind of hitting a point where I have too many ideas in my brain and I need to get some of them out. So my idea has been for years that they should do crossovers with Power Rangers. And for whatever reason, they have not done any. So, you got My Little Pony. That is one of the Hasbro brands. Do My Little Pony Power Rangers. Do a G.I. Joe Power Rangers team where you get like You get Flint, you get Scarlet, you get all there's 5 main ones, and then Snake Eyes is the 6th Ranger, or Sergeant Slaughter is Zordon. Like, do something with this, and actually cast people, do it live action, have some good times. Make the Zords maybe G.I. Joe vehicles that all form together to create one giant robot. They don't have to have individual alt modes. They're not Transformers. Maybe, just maybe, you can make an Optimus Ranger or a Hot Rod Ranger or something to that extent. And then they call upon a big Optimus Prime thing and pilot it. Like, there's things that you can do. You don't actually have to have Optimus Prime in there, but just make it themed to that. That's all that the Power Rangers were, is they were themed. It wasn't actually, aside from like maybe Galaxy, they weren't actually animals there. They were just robots, sometimes a little more sentient than the rest. For the most part, they were just kind of just robots. So you have that. Hasbro has so much that they could do. You could do literally Visionaries. Just make Visionaries Power Rangers, and then the holograms shoot out their chest and turn into giant robots of whatever beast they had. This is not hard, Hasbro. If John Hasbro is watching this right now, send me my check. Because that's really what they should do with Power Rangers. They should just lean into it. I get that they don't want to constantly be doing the Super Sentai thing. And in fact, I think Super Sentai might be ending. I don't know. They were really weird about it last time, but I think they're just hitting a stride of their own. Maybe they got to end it. I personally don't think that's a good idea. I think they should get weirder. And I liked the real weird Super Sentais that kept coming up. The last few were very strange. But they were different. So, long story short, kind of sad to see this all go. I personally think that we could get a much better Power Rangers series if we just leaned into the whole Hasbro thing. I mean, shoot, do one that's board game themed. You got all the board games. Like, do one that's like, I'm the Mouse Ranger and it's Mousetrap or something. Like, do it. Cool. So, TJ here's pretty cool. Glad to get another one out of the way. I think that only leaves 3 that I need character-wise. I didn't get all the reissues. I didn't get all of the side colors and weird clear ones or anything like that. Although I do love clear stuff, they weren't very good. I think we're still missing one Tommy. I think that might have been, yeah, we're missing one Tommy. And was it this one? Was he a Red Ranger too? I think he might have been a Red Ranger to start. It's been a while since I watched Turbo. So yeah. And I don't think they're going to be making any more. I think that's kind of why we got the one that we got, because Jason David Frank is no longer with us. And I think they kind of just were like, we're not making any more of those. So, yeah. If you like my idea for Power Rangers and have your own idea for a Hasbro-themed Power Rangers crossover, leave that in the comments, because I'd love to hear them all. Here. Why am I looking at that? Who cares about that toy thing that you tuned in for? So if you do have an idea for any other crossover, I mean, Monopoly is one that I really think would be perfect, because the little pieces all come together to make. You get the little Scotty dog, and you get the shoe, and then they turn into giant robots. Like, it just works. It works in my brain, at least. Hasbro's got to really do something with it, because I would love to get the rest of the Power Rangers team. I have like all of the figures that are currently out, but they got to start releasing them better, and we got to get Zords. Like, they did a whole Lightning collection and like no Zords at all. They did the Goofy Zord project thing, but here's the thing: I get a monster this big and a Zord that big. Like, it doesn't make sense. Just give me the Zords in Lightning collection, like, and those are instead of monsters. Like, we don't really need that many monsters. I would rather have individual Zords that can do stuff. Most of the series are just one solid combination with some extra stuff. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do with it? This is all my speculation and ideas. I hope you enjoyed this, I don't know, micro review. There's not much to go over on this. It's just a Power Rangers figure that needs to... We need them all. Here, I'll do this. Look, oh, look at all that. Ooh. It is pinless. That is nice. Yeah, they got really good at the end. Like twists and turns and drop hips. And yeah, these have more articulation than pretty much every Marvel Legends out there. They just weren't marketed well. And I tell you, and I'll argue with anybody online who wants to say otherwise. If you had Wave 1, 4 of the Rangers, Wave 2, like another 2 Rangers or 3, whatever. If you released the main ones per series, people would have bought them. People would have bought box sets of these things. I bought box sets of these things. I bought the single Psycho Rangers and then had to go around and buy the multi-pack of them. $100, get all of them. I don't have to worry about it, and that's only $100 drop every once in a while versus like trying to hunt down the one character in the store that people don't want, like, or the people do want, I guess. Because yeah, it was like, oh hey, look, 18 Putty Rangers or Putties over there. Nobody wants those, so they sit around or whatever. It's always the same thing. So I could still go to a store now and find the blue Wild Force Ranger. Like, he's just there. A bunch of the yellow ones are still there. A couple of the pink ones from previous. Why? If you know we're going to purchase it that way, what you do is you sell the whole team, and then you watch eBay to see which one people are really going ham for, and you re-release those. That way you don't end up with pegs full of, not to say anything weird, but the ladies. The ladies tend to shelf warm. Don't know why. Because if I'm going to buy a team, I'm going to buy the whole team. I'm not going to buy... I just want the dudes. I love looking at dudes. Little plastic men. Yeah. I don't know. Like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. Leave their toys.